Hey guys, Chris with HobbyKing.com coming at you with another daily. Today we're going to talk about some FPV antennas. Now I've got essentially omnidirectional antennas. These are the stock antennas that would normally come with your sets that you buy from Fatshark goggles to just standard receivers. Now these are great, but the problem with them is essentially as the airplane is flying around and is changing its attitude position, the polarization essentially goes from vertical to at an angle. So what happens is as the plane is flying around and banking, your video can drop out. So essentially what has come out is circular polarized antennas, and this kind of helps with that. It helps with what's called reflection. And what this helps with is something called multipathing, where the signal essentially hits something like a building or a structure and reflects back, and it's a double path. So it helps with multipathing as well as polarization, meaning as it changes position, essentially this antenna is going to stay more in tune, so your video is not going to drop out as you make a turn. Now these antennas come in two variants, right hand and left hand polarization, meaning that the angle of the clover leaves essentially are canted one way or the other way. Now for a long time people have been making these themselves, and then Fatshark, Immersion, Boscam have basically come out with some 5.8 circular polarized antennas that you can purchase. Right here is the new Fatshark version 2. The only real difference between this one and the old one is that the stem of it is a little bit thicker, so you can bend it and it'll stay a little bit stronger than the older version. But other than that, they operate the same. But the new product we're going to talk to you about today is actually the Immersion patch antenna. Now this is a circular polarized patch antenna, and the big difference with this, let's take a look at it, versus this one is that this sends a signal out in all directions, where this basically focuses it out in a forward direction. But because of that, it has a much higher dB gain, so you get much better range with this type of antenna. The problem is it's got to be pointed at the model. So these are perfect for tracking units or diversity systems where you have this one as well as circular polarized, and whatever one is receiving the best signal, it'll just switch between the two. Now this is set up with an SMA connector as well as SMA RP reverse polarity will be available as well. It's 5.8 range. And guys, remember, no shave November for Movember for men's health awareness. And as always, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll check you next time.